Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Okay, before we start our lesson, let's pray together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, who is absent today? Nothing. Okay. I will check your attendance. Aidatul Fitrah? Hadatul Aisi? Okay. Siti Hoirunisa? Muhammad Nibros Nurnabhan? Okay, nihil ya, alhamdulillah. So, today we will learn about vocabulary. What is it? Okay. Kita pakai analogi batu bata ya. Kalau kita mau membangun sebuah rumah, benda apa yang paling kita butuhkan untuk menyusun dindingnya? Batu bata, iya betul. Nah, sama kayak kita mau semakin banyak batu bata yang digunakan, semakin besar rumahnya. Sama halnya seperti kita mau membuat sebuah kalimat. Batu bata apa yang kita butuhkan untuk membuat kalimat itu? Vocabulary atau kosakata. Kata-kata ya lebih tepatnya. Kata-kata dalam bahasa Inggris itu disebut vocabulary. Vocabulary adalah kumpulan kata untuk membuat kalimat yang fungsinya adalah sebagai fondasi utama untuk berkomunikasi dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi tanpa vocabulary itu kita tidak bisa bicara apa-apa karena vocabulary adalah fondasi utama. Nah, dan vocabulary itu jumlahnya unlimited, tidak terbatas. Kalau kita menghafalkan vocabulary itu dalam satu hari, apa yang terjadi? Kita akan pusing, ya betul. Nah, untuk jenjang kelas 7 ini kita cuma difokuskan 3 vocab karena ini adalah vocab yang sering kita temui dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. Seperti apa? Ada family, animals, dan things. Apa itu family? Oke. Kalau animals? Ya. Kalau things?
Benda-benda.
Ya, betul. Nah, kita akan mulai dari family. Pasti semuanya udah pernah menggunakan vocab ini ya? Sudah familiar ya? Oke, ada yang bisa bantu buat baca? Oke. Silahkan.
Semuanya, Miss.
Boleh?
Parents, orang tua. Father and mother, ayah atau ibu. Brother, saudara laki-laki. Sister, saudara perempuan. Son or daughter, anak kandung laki-laki atau perempuan. Sibling, saudara kandung.
Ya, that's great. Terima kasih Mbak Ida. Nah, selanjutnya ada vocab. Untuk vocab keluarga ini kita bagi menjadi 2 ya. Yang pertama itu ada keluarga inti. Terus selanjutnya ada keluarga besar. Di keluarga besar itu ada apa aja? Ada grandparents, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, auntie, cousin, nephew, dan niece. Apa itu grandparents? Kakek atau nenek. Kalau kakek dan nenek ya. Kalau grandparents itu kayak gabungan sama kayak parents. Parents itu orang tua. Nah, untuk kakek sendiri itu ada grandfather. Kalau nenek ada grandmother. Jadi kita menambahkan grand di depannya. Untuk uncle dan auntie adalah paman, bibi, atau biasanya kita sebut om dan tante. Cousin adalah sepupu, sedangkan nephew atau niece adalah saudara laki-laki atau perempuan. Nah, yang kedua adalah vocab animals. Apa itu animals?
Hewan.
Ya. Nah, di animals ini kita ada hewan jinak dan hewan buas. Siapa yang punya kucing di rumah? Ya. Di hewan jinak itu ada apa aja? Ada kucing, ada cat, dog, rabbit, bird, fish, cow, and chicken. Nah, sedangkan di hewan buas adalah ada lion, tiger, elephant, crocodile, snake, monkey, and giraffe. Nah, selanjutnya ada benda-benda di sekitar kita. Coba lihat benda-benda di sekitar kita. Ada kursi, ada papan tulis, ada LCD ya. Nah, ini di dalam kelas. Jadi, so far any question?
No.
Not yet. Oke, sekali lagi ya. Apa itu vocabulary? Ada yang bisa bantu jelaskan?
Saya Miss.
Ya, boleh.
Vocabulary itu kumpulan kata untuk membuat kalimat yang fungsinya itu sebagai fondasi utama untuk berkomunikasi dalam bahasa Inggris.
That's great. Terima kasih Mbak Nurul. Nah, di vocabulary ini kita sudah belajar apa aja? Hari ini vocab apa? Family, animals, dan things. Oke. So far any question? Okay, I think no ya, because this material so easy. Jadi untuk
Di sini.
tugas minggu depan adalah cari minimal 100 kosakata di luar 3 kelompok yang kita belajar tadi ya. Oke, thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning everyone.
Morning, Miss.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I am very well. And what do you feel in this morning?
Sleepy.
Okay. Before we start our lesson, let's say basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, before we start our lesson, let me check your attendance. Is everyone here?
Yes, okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, look at this marker. Apa yang bisa kalian deskripsikan
tentang ini apa? Marker.
Untuk menulis.
Now, about the color. Right. So, now bagaimana cara Miss berjalan? Slowly. Then now we learn about adjective and adverb. Jadi, apa itu adjective? Kata sifat. Dan apa itu adverb?
Kata kerja.
Adverb? Kata keterangan. Lawan jawab. Nah, jadi hari ini itu kita akan belajar mengidentifikasi apa itu adjektif, apa itu adverb, apa itu perbedaan antara keduanya, dan bagaimana kita menggunakan adjektif dan adverb dalam sebuah kalimat. Now, apa itu adjective? Adjective is a word that describe a noun. Jadi adjektif itu kata yang mendeskripsikan a noun. Apa itu a noun? Ada yang tahu? Benda. Ya, itu ada a person, place, or thing. Jadi adjektif itu is a word that describe a noun. Coba ulangi.
Adjective is a word that describe a noun.
Now look at this apple. Siapa yang bisa mendeskripsikan apel? Apa? Color is red. So, but the tasty maybe sweet. Okay. Then what picture? This
Elephant.
and how about elephant?
Big.
Big. So strong. Okay. And now about the girl.
She has brown hair.
Brown. Cheerful.
Cheerful.
Okay. Nah, sekarang apa itu adverb? Adverb is a word that describe a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Nah, adverb ini menjelaskan tentang bagaimana cara a verb itu dilakukan. For the example, ini maaf ya tipe ya. He runs quickly. What's the meaning? Quickly?
Cepat.
Then, quickly ini menggambarkan bagaimana larinya si.
Anak tersebut.
Okay, then this is the
Adverb.
Okay. To create an adverb of manner, we usually add li to the end of an adjective. Di sini kita akan lebih membahas tentang adverb of manner. Jadi kalau adverb of manner itu biasanya ditambahi l dan y. Kalau quickly itu kata asalnya dari apa?
Quick.
Ada yang tahu? Oke, dari quick. So, she sings happily itu kata awalnya dari
Happy.
oke. He rides his bicycle kata awalnya dari
Careful.
oke. He studies diligent for the big test. Itu biasanya kata awalnya dari
Diligent.
Nah, di sini kalian bisa lihat kalau adjective itu word that describe a noun, and adverb of manner is word that describe how an action is done. Jadi adjective itu bagaimana apa ini? Kata sifat. Misalnya tadi misal Mbak Nada is beautiful. Oke, so kalau adverb of manner itu mendeskripsikan bagaimana suatu pekerjaan itu dilakukan. Oke, understand all? Yes. Nah, di sini itu ada beberapa perubahan dari adjective dan adverb. Yang pertama itu dari yang akhirnya y bisa berubah jadi ily. The example happy. If an adjective ends in y, kalau adjektifnya berakhiran huruf y, dari kalian itu bisa menambah huruf l dan y. Oke, next. Nah, misal kalau akhirannya itu L dan E, kalian itu bisa mengubahnya menjadi L dan Y juga. The example simple. So the example of sentence, she explained it simply. Nah, untuk mengecek pemahaman kalian, I have some question. The turtle moves very ... It takes a long time to get anywhere. Can anyone answer? Siapa yang mau jawab? Oke, Ibos.
Move very slow.
Slow. Oke, we check. Oh no. Then slow.
Slowly.
Oke. I think the time is up. Okay. Thank you everyone for your participation. And the last I say you, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm also fine. Thank you for asking. So, before we start our lesson, let's begin by reciting basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, is everyone here today? Okay, let me check your attendance first. Okay, Alisa Fatma, Ahmad Johari, Najwa Aulani. Okay, I think everyone is here today. And are you ready for today's lesson?
Ready.
Okay, so first of all, what can you watch the screen? Is it clear? Is it clear enough? So, what is the picture on the screen? Yes, correct. A girl playing a smartphone. So I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Should students be allowed to use smartphone at school? Who is agree? Please raise your hand. Okay, Mas Johari. Who is disagree? Okay, Mbak Awa. So what's the reason of you say that bring smartphone is good at school?
I agree because the phone can be help the student in the class.
Okay, okay, that's good. That is good. How about you, Mbak Awa? Why you disagree?
Because student will be distracted from the
Okay, that's a great answer actually. Jadi dari pernyataan Mbak Awa dan Mas Johari tadi bisa kita simpulkan bahwa satu topik saja bisa membuat berbagai macam pendapat. Nah, ini yang disebut discussion text, and today we're gonna learn about how to discuss different sides through a discussion text. So, by the end of today's lesson, I hope you will be able to identify the purpose and also the structure of the discussion text. Jadi untuk hari ini kita tidak perlu menulis discussion text. Jadi kita hanya perlu fokus ke apa sih itu discussion text dan juga strukturnya ya. Oke, got it guys? Okay. So, what is discussion text? Anyone could tell me what is discussion text? Okay, if there's no one know about the discussion text is a text that present different points of view about an issue. Jadi discussion text itu adalah teks yang memperkenalkan sebuah isu dan juga akan memiliki berbagai pendapat. Itu yang disebut discussion text. And what the purpose? The purpose of discussion text is to discuss an issue by presenting arguments for and against before giving a conclusion or recommendation. Jadi pada intinya itu kita tidak boleh langsung menilai, oh ini benar, oh ini salah. Jadi kita harus melihat dari kedua belah sisi atau kedua belah sudut pandang, kemudian baru kita bisa menentukan kesimpulan. Okay, that's great. Here I have the structure of discussion text. Yang pertama adalah statement of issue. Ya, jadi statement of issue itu introduce the issue on the text. Jadi hanya memperkenalkan permasalahannya yang ada di dalam teks diskusi tersebut, ya. Kemudian the second part is arguments for, gives reason supporting the issues on the text. Jadi ini adalah kayak memberikan alasan kenapa sih, alasan positif kenapa di diskusi teks itu ada gitu loh. Maksudnya seperti contoh kayak tadi Mas Johari bilang katanya apa tadi Mas Johari? Setuju karena bisa membantu siswa dalam belajar. Itulah argument for. Itu adalah alasan yang positif. Sedangkan for argument against, give reasons opposing the issue on the text. Jadi lawan dari Mas Johari tadi kata Mbak Awa, karena bisa distract students, right? Nah, itu yang disebut argument against. And the last part is recommendation. Gives the writer's conclusion or suggestion on the text. Nah, jadi setelah kalian nanti membuat discussion text, kemudian sudah menentukan kedua argumen atau kedua sudut pandang, baru kita bisa menentukan kesimpulan. Begitu ya anak-anak? Apakah paham? Is there any question yet? No. Okay. So I have the example here. The first sentence is called, what is it called? Statement of issue. And then what about this one? Tadi yang sudah aku sebutkan, yang sudah saya sebutkan, I'm sorry. Arguments for. Ya. And then what about this one? Arguments. And the last one is obviously recommendation. That's great. Okay, let me check your understanding. Can you find the structure? Smartphone can help students find information and use educational application. Is it statement of issue or argument for or argument against or recommendation? Can help student find information. Tadi seperti yang Mas Johari bilang. Berarti apa? Arguments for, karena ini adalah alasan yang mendukung dari isu tersebut, gitu ya. Is it clear? Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Today we learn about a discussion text. Discussion text is present different point of view about an issue. And what is the structure? There are statement of issue, recommendation. Okay, that's great. Give applause to all of you. And for the next meeting, we will focus on the language features, and also we can differentiate between facts and opinion. Okay, guys? Okay. Got it? Okay, that's great. And I think that's all from me. Thank you for all of your attention. And sorry if there's any mistake for me to by delivering you the material today. And let's end the lesson by reciting Hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My pleasure.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine too. Okay, is anyone here today?
Yes.
Okay, I will check the attendance first. Lisa?
Present.
Nurul?
Present.
Okay. Okay, now before we start, I will ask you something. Have you ever been late for school?
Yes, I have.
What's the reason?
Because travel time.
Okay, that's actually the simple example of what we will learn today. It's cause and effect. Now, after today's lesson, you will be able to explain the concept of cause and effect, recognize connectors such as because, since, so, and therefore, and the last, distinguish how each connector is used. Okay, let's start the first point. Remember the story about Ibos that he late? It's the cause because the reason something happened, and then the effect the follows. Okay, there are example. It rained heavily, so the road was flooded. Ada yang menotis apa yang terjadi? Jadi jalan banjir. Okay, good. Okay, next. It rained heavily. Itu alasan mengapa terjadi. It's the cause, and the connector is so, and then the road was flooded is effect. Okay, there are also a common connectors. There are because, since, as, so, therefore, as a result, and due to. Can anyone read this from me? Yes?
Because, since, as, so, therefore, as a result, due to.
Okay, good. Now look for example. Annie did not study for the test,
so he got a low score. Which part is cause and which part is effect?
The cause is ambiguous that because the effect is you got a low score.
Okay, good. So this sentence has two parts, and then there are conjunction between them. Yes. Okay. Now I will give you a card. There are different cards. It's the blue card is detective card, and then orange card is situation card. Detective card, you can identify the cause, effect, and connector in each sentence, and then situation card, you can create your own cause and effect sentence based on the situation that the card. Okay, I will give you one by one.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I will give you 1 minute to answer that card. Ada yang mau ditanyakan? Ada yang merasa kesulitan? Yes.
I don't know how to use GT.
Oke. Ada yang kesulitan yang lain? Nggak ada. Ada yang udah? Yes. Yes.
Mira forgot to bring her umbrella is cause, and then so she got wet in the rain to effect.
You can use what's the connector? What? So you yeah, okay. Okay, I think you understood what the lesson today. And okay, let's wrap up. Every clause and sentence has two parts connected by a connector, such as because, since, so, and as a result. Okay, so far, any questions? Okay. Okay, I think it's enough for me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Pencet 5, pencet 5, pencet 5.
Ini
Soalnya tadi tak aku yang ngomong ini tadi kan boleh nggak jadi ini udah jadi belum kayak gitu. Iya. Maksudnya siapa habis ini ya? Habis ini siapa? Aku tahu. Aku nambah.
Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students.
Morning.
How are you today? Okay, I'm good, thank you. Okay, before we start the lesson, let's reciting basmalah together. Okay, before we start, let's check your attendance. Is everyone here today? Yes, Miss. Okay, thank you. Okay, today we learn about giving and asking information. And asking What is giving information? Yes. Using question and what is asking information? Yes, responding question. Okay, everyone, today we learn about giving and asking information. And the learning objective is identify expression used to give information and ask for information politely, give simple information correctly, and practice giving information with a partner or group. Next. Okay, look at the picture, everyone. When you ask someone her name, how do you ask someone name in English?
What is your name?
Yes, what is your name? And what is your name? Yes. How old is he? Where does she live? She live in Purwokerto. Okay, next. This is example for asking and giving information. And asking for information, it means what is your name? How old are you? Where do you live? And what is your hobby? For example, what is your name? My name is Rani. How old are you? I am 13 years old. And where do you live? I live in Purwokerto. What is your hobby? My hobby is reading. Everybody, repeat after me. What is your name?
What is your name?
How old are you?
How old are you?
And where do you live?
Where do you live?
What is your hobby?
What is your hobby?
Okay, next. Example, can I have to volunteer? Okay. Can you read siapa?
What is your hobby?
My hobby is reading.
Where do you live?
I live in Purwokerto.
Okay. Thank you. Next. Today and talk with your friend. Can you berpasangan ya? Tanya about use. What is your name? Where do you live? And what is your hobby? I will give 1 minute to practice. Okay, enough everyone? Okay, next. Okay, let's start. Miss akan bagikan card ada card A and card B, and nanti kalian yang bertanya berdiri, terus yang yang menjawab juga berdiri ya. Oke? Cuman ada 3 doang.
Thank you.
Oke. Oke, yang dapat nomor 1 siapa? Ada nomornya. Oke, stand up, please.
What is your name?
Yang menjawab, what is your name?
My name is Awa.
Oke, next.
Where do you live?
I live in Purwokerto.
Next.
How old are you?
Next.
My hobby is running.
Oke, give applause everyone. Okay, today we learn about asking and giving information. Remember everyone, ask politely, answer clearly, and speak confidently. Okay. I think enough. Thank you for your attention. Before we close, let's reciting Hamdalah together. Oke, see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke. Jadi pencet ya. Nomor berapa?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm great to thank you. Before we start our meeting, let's we open our meeting by reciting basmalah together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay. Is there anyone absent today? No?
No.
Okay, so today we are going to learn about demonstrative pronoun. So demonstrative pronoun is there is
marker.
Okay, good job. And then, what are these?
Those
Those are
This.
these
What are these?
these
Are
mark
two
two
markers.
markers.
Okay, so I think you already need to know about demonstrative pronouns. So what are demonstrative pronouns? So you can read paragraph first.
Demonstration pronouns are words used to point to specific people, animals, places, or things.
Yes. Demonstrative pronouns are words used to point to specific people, animals, places, or things. Therefore, demonstrative pronouns are this,
That, this, and those.
So look at this. First is this. We use this for one thing and something near from us. For example, this is my
Marker.
Marker.
and so this is my book. This is my bag. Okay. Can you give me a second example? Can you give me a sample?
This is my phone.
Okay, great. Good job. So, number 2 is that. We use that for one thing and something far from us. For example, that is door. That is your chair. That is my bicycle. Okay, so can anyone give me example for that?
That is whiteboard.
Okay, good job Najwa. Okay, and then so 3 is this. We use this for more than one thing and then things near us. So this is plural. For example, this are 2 markers. And then these are chairs. Yes. So can anyone give me example this? No? Okay, next year. Okay, those. We use those for more than one thing and then things far from us. For example, those are my friends. Those are beautiful flowers. And then those are your bags. Can anyone give me example for those?
Those are your markers.
Okay, good job. So now I want you to work with your friend and then look around in the classroom, find 4 objects and make 4 sentences using this, that, this, and thus. I will give you what you need and then I will check you one by one. So please do it. Do it now.
This is your phone. That is our phone. These are both of your phones. Oh, those
That
are
is our asset.
These are our president.
Yes, good. Okay,
Our
great.
leader.
Our leader. Bukan leader sih.
Yes, nice.
No need to say this.
Okay, time is over. Can anyone write in the whiteboard the sentence for this, that, this, and those? 4 volunteers. I need 4 volunteers now. Okay, I will choose you if you. No.
Please.
It is up to you that this, that, this, and those. Please write in the whiteboard.
This, that, thing, and this, that.
So, is there anyone show your
There is no
Yes.
is. Kurang is, kurang is.
Oh,
This
yes,
is a marker.
Okay, nice try, Nurul. And then, so is the sentence correct?
That is not I guess correct.
Correct, yes. Okay, good job, Nella. And then, so is the sentence correct?
No, no.
Okay, good job, Ibos.
Hey. Yeah.
So, what we have learned today? Today we are learning about demonstrative pronoun. There are
This,
this,
that, this, and
then
those.
So, I think enough for today. I hope you understand about the material. So, let's close our meeting by reciting hamdalah together.
Oke, udah yuk. Oke. Alright, class. Before we start our class, please fill the front row first, please. Okay, good. Ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? I'm fine too, thank you. Yeah. Today we're gonna learn about preposition of place. Yeah. Okay. Class, if you hear my voice, clap once. Okay. Sedikit ya. Ya, jadi apa sih preposition of place? Preposition of place adalah preposition of place itu tell us where something is. Jadi preposition of place itu memberitahu kita ada di mana itu sesuatu itu. Jadi kita nanti akan belajar penggunaan preposition seperti in, on, under, and behind. The next, how to state the location. Like this. How to state is subject plus to be is or are and preposition and noun. For example, the cat is on the box. Mari kita bedah. Subjeknya yang mana?
Cat.
Yes, the cat. So the to be is and prepositionnya yang mana? On. Oke, berarti yang noun yang the box. Oke. Ya. Are we ready for the class today?
Ready?
Okay, look. I have this used phone. If I move the phone here, so it is. So where is the phone?
The phone is on the box.
Yes, good job. And so the phone is on the box. If I move here, if I move the phone here, it was, where is the phone?
Phone is in the box.
Okay, good job. And if I move the phones here, where is the phone?
The phone is under the box.
Okay, good. And like here.
The phone is behind the box.
Okay, good. Yeah. I want volunteer to make a sentence from this hammer. Someone, please. Okay. Nibros again. Where is the phone? Where is the hammer?
Hammer is
On
on
the
the
desk.
table.
Yeah. Okay. I think yeah. The time is up. So yeah, I think that's enough. That's okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's enough for our class today. Let's recite Hamdalah together. Okay, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning everyone.
Morning, Saida.
How are you doing today? All good?
I'm fine. We're fine, thank you. How about you?
Okay, before we start, let's pray by reciting basmalah together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, is anyone absent today? Apakah ada yang hadir hari ini? No. Okay, alhamdulillah hari ini rutin ya. Okay, so we are going to learn about digital life and internet safety. Okay, before we start, I give you 2 minutes. I give you 2 questions. The first, how many hours do you spend on social media every day? Kalian pasti punya sosial media kan? Setiap hari bisa main sosial media berapa jam? 2 jam or 5 jam?
Lebih.
Waduh, 25 jam.
Okay, the second question, is the internet completely safe for teenagers? Apakah internet itu aman untuk remaja?
Safe.
Not all of them, I guess.
If use it wisely, use it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, now sit in your group. Kelompok 1 sebelah kiri, kelompok 2 sebelah kanan. Okay. How to use your sticky note? Miss akan membagikan sticky note. Untuk sticky note yellow, write your pro or agree. Jadi nanti kalian bisa menulis pro
Satu kelompok.
Ini dong. Itu straight one. Oh, yang mana nggak ada? Oh ini. Oh iya harus tiga.
Kelompok 1 apakah paham untuk instruksinya? Belum. Oke. Ulang ya. Untuk sticky note kuning, kalian bisa menuliskan pro or agree. Jadi, apakah kalian setuju? In your opinion, is social media more helpful or more harmful for students? Apakah sosial media itu bermanfaat atau tidak bermanfaat untuk student? Menurut kalian pro or kontra?
Kontra.
Oke, jika kontra,
Sosial media itu TikTok itu, Instagram.
yes.
Apa kontra? Kontra lah.
Pro.
Oh oke pro.
Oke,
Kita pro.
silakan bisa tulis ya. In sticky note.
Tapi kalau buat student ya
Jenis kan?
Oke, kita next ke activity 2.
buat belajar.
Belajar apa? Belajar Brazil.
Oke, perhatikan. Should teenagers limit smartphone screen time to a maximum of 2 hours a day? Apakah menggunakan smartphone 2 jam setiap 2 jam per hari itu sangat berguna? Menurut kalian apakah itu cukup? 2 jam?
No.
Tapi nggak apa-apa sih.
Iya kalau
Kamu masih bocil ya.
Silakan tulis in your opinion in the sticky note.
pura-puranya.
Ya wis lah.
Okay, boss.
Yes.
In your opinion?
So teenager in this smartphone time the beginning of 2 hours day. I guess yeah it's pretty good because apa ya, karena kalau misalnya nanti kita terlalu banyak screen time jadi kita jadi brain rot.
Iya, betul
Ya.
betul.
Ya.
Ya.
Good job, big applause for.
Yeay.
Okay. Lesson summary and self reflection. Jadi kita sudah belajar menganalisis teks eksposisi. Analytical exposition express words view on an important issue and use connector. Ada because, however, therefore, and opinion markers. I think and we believe. Okay, I think enough and I give your homework is membuat video 1 menit dengan menceritakan your opinion tentang digital life. Oke? Oke. Okay, thank you for your attention. Before we close, Bayar jadi hamba together.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Oke, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Miss.
Mulainya saya tahunya dari mana? Oh, oke. Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? I'm good too. Okay, before we start our class, let's reciting basmalah together. Bismillah. Okay, good. Now let me check your attendance first. Please raise your hand or say present if you are here. Okay? Okay. Nibrus Nur Nabhan, Ahmad Jauhari Umar, and Nada. Okay, perfect. So everyone is present today. Okay, now please, all of you look at the screen. Okay, what can you see from the picture? This picture. Cat, a cat. Okay, so Mona says this cat is so cute, and Sandy says this cat has 4 legs. Why? Mona and Sandy say about the same cat but different sentences. Okay, so anybody know why these 2 sentences is different? You know why these 2 sentences is different?
This is subjective and that one is objective.
Okay, perfect. You already know what this is 2 sentences. Okay, so next. Okay, by the end of this class, I hope you can explain the differences between subjective and objective language, make your own simple sentences, and use it in your daily conversation. Okay, this is basic competency. And let's dive into subjective and objective language. Okay, subjective language, we use this language to express our emotions, beliefs, and preferences. So it's about your personal feelings. Okay, subjective language. For example, I love pineapples on pizza. The other says the most delicious pizza topping for me is pepperoni. Okay, do you understand about subjective language?
Yes,
Any questions so far? If there is no question, I will ask to you. Anyone can give me another example with subjective language? Please. Okay, I will choose you. Another example with subjective language.
What is the most delicious food in the world?
Okay, perfect. I would ask to you too. Another example with subjective language. Your personal feelings, about your personal feelings. Yeah, okay, I love. About food, maybe? Maybe you? Another example? Yeah, you. Okay, go on. I love. Okay, perfect. So it's about your personal feelings, this preference about noodles. Okay, next. Objective language, we use this language to share information without personal feelings or emotion. Kalau tadi yang subjektif itu about your personal feelings, if objective language is about factual information, so it's a fact, jadi real gitu. Terus contohnya, for example, the temperature outside is 25 degrees Celsius. Another example, water helps improve the circulation of oxygen throughout the body. So it's an objective language about factual information. Kalau misalkan ini kan the temperature outside is 25 degrees Celsius. Misalkan kalau subjective language-nya misal I love cold days. Okay, itu about preference. Okay, any questions so far about objective language? Okay, so I will ask you, give me another example using objective language. I would ask to you. Yeah, please.
A week has 7 days.
Okay, good. Give it applause. Okay. Next. This is keywords for subjective language. What subjective language before? About personal feelings. Let's read together. Subjective, prefer, believe, think, feel. And R and S words is about what we learned before about superlative and comparative degree. Like R and S, for example, like I think summer is the best season. Okay. Any question about this? Okay, good. This is keywords for objective language. Objective is about factual information. Let's read together. Dates, numbers, science, historical, events, non-fiction. Oke, of course non-fiction ya. Gak boleh fiksional, tapi kamu masukin ke objective language. For example, the hottest days are in summer. Itu pasti sebuah kebenaran umum. Kalau yang panas itu pasti di summer, oke? Let's play this game. Which the given sentence is subjective or objective? S is for subjective, O is for objective. I will ask you one by one. Maybe start with you, yeah. This first. The sunset over the ocean was the most beautiful sight in the world. Is it subjective language or objective language? Subjective, enggak apa-apa. Okay, perfect. That's very good. Okay, next, you. Dolphins are? Is it subjective or objective? Okay, perfect. So all of you is doing well. Okay, next. This book is super boring and what's the time? You, yeah, next. Is it subjective or objective language? Yeah, good, because it's about your personal feelings. And next, the function of the heart is to pump blood throughout the body. Is it subjective or objective? Perfect. It's about your factual information. August 17 is Indonesia's Independence Day. Is it subjective or objective? Okay, perfect. So all of you is understand about today's material. Okay, so let's wrap up. Subjective language is about your personal feeling. Objective language is about factual information. Okay, don't forget to Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning everyone.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
I'm fine too. Okay. Is everyone here today?
Yes.
I will take attendance first. Nashwan ada?
Present.
Nurul Fadila? Okay. Okay guys, today we are going to learn about asking for clarification. Okay, now today we learn how to identification and use asking for clarification in daily conversation, and then we also practice in this class. Okay, now, guys, have you ever said sorry? What do you mean with your friend or your teacher? Yes. Okay. So, what is asking for clarification? Asking for clarification expression of asking for clarification. The first one, expression of signal, for example, sorry and excuse me. And then expression of ask is, could you repeat that please? And the third, the speaker explain or repeat. And then the last, we acknowledge, for example, I see and write text. So, remember these three expressions when you use asking for clarification. First is sorry, if you didn't quite catch it, for example, sorry, what do you mean? And then could you, for example, could you repeat that please? And the last, what do you mean by, if you don't understand about the words, for example, what do you mean by my junction? So guys, siapa yang mau baca dialog ini?
I'm as a teacher. Please open your books to page 42 and answer number 3.
Sorry, could you repeat the page number, please?
Sure, page 42.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Now, I will make you into a 3 groups. 1, 2, and 3. In the worksheet, di situ kan ada situasi sama ekspresi. Jadi kalian bisa matchingin di kolom jawabannya ekspresi apa yang kalian gunakan di situasi yang ada di situ. I'll give you 1 minute to answer the question.
Someone gives you directions to a place, but you are still confused. The answer is C. Could you explain how to get there, please?
Okay, thank you so much. So guys, guys, if you don't understand something, what do you say?
Sorry, what did you do?
Okay. So guys, for your homework, please create a short dialogue of 4 to 6 lines about not understanding something. You have to use at least 1 expression of asking for clarification and 1 expression of giving instruction. Okay guys, thank you so much for today. Thank you for your attention and participation. Before we end this lesson, let's recite the hamdalah together.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
studied last night? Yeah? No? Oh my god. I will give you a motivation. Yes. Anybody can yourself, even your mother, your friends, your boyfriends, or me as your teacher. So, so believe in yourself and do the best for yourself. Okay. Now we will learn about simple present tense. Let's see. Okay. Before we learned about simple present tense, we have basic competencies. And the first is understand the meaning and structure of simple present tense to describe daily habits and general truths. And then create simple spoken and written sentences using simple present correctly. Okay, now I will give you example sentences. I am he drink some tea or he drinks some tea. He drink or he drinks. Okay, he drinks. Why you answer he drinks? Subjeknya he. Oke, jadinya pakai s. Okay, when we use a simple present tense, we use in daily habits, facts and general truth, routines and schedules. And then there is a verbal sentence and then nominal sentence. For verbal sentence, we use verb 1, s or es for the subject she, he, it. Okay, and the nominal sentence we use to be. What is to be? Am is are. For nominal sentence for adjective. Okay, who want read the example? Who want read the example of verbal sentence? Anyone want read the example? Okay.
She reads a book every day.
Okay, she reads a book every day. For nominal sentence, the example is she is a diligent student. Next. Nah, kita membagi verbal sentence ini menjadi 3 bentuk kalimat. Yang pertama ada positif, kalimat negatif, dan kalimat tanya or question sentence. For positive sentence, subject plus verb 1 plus s or es for subject he, she, it. Okay, and then without s or es for subject I, you, they, we. Okay, for negative sentence, there's a subject plus do or does plus not plus verb 1. For question sentence, do, does in the beginning and plus subject plus verb 1. And for nominal sentence, the formula is positive, subject plus to be-nya am, is, are plus adjective or noun. The example, she is happy. For negative sentence, subject plus am, is, are plus not plus adjective noun. The example, she is not sad. For question sentence, am, is, are, to be-nya ditaruh di depan plus subject plus adjective noun. Oke, ya. Now we will learn about what the different verbal sentence. Sentence. Verbal sentence, predicate, action verb. Menggunakan verb 1, kata kerja, aksi. For nominal sentence, predicate-nya menggunakan to be plus adjective or noun. And then verbal sentence, add s or es for he, she, it. Nominal sentence use to be. To be-nya I, to be-nya am. He, she, it. To be-nya is and are. And you, we, they. To be-nya are. Okay. For verbal sentence, negative use do or does not. Nominal sentence, negative use to be plus not. For verbal sentence, the example, my father works in the bank. Nominal sentence, my father is a bank manager. Okay, anyone know why my father works in a bank? Termasuk verbal sentence. Ya, karena ada kata kerjanya berupa work ya. Kenapa menggunakan s? Karena subjeknya my father. My father is ya kata gantinya dari he. Okay, there is a time signal words that used in simple present tense. There always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, every day, every week, on Mondays, once a week. Okay, for example, I breakfast every morning. Ya, seperti itu. Okay, now anyone can membuat satu kalimat dari simple present tense. Who want? Okay.
I play handphone every day.
I play handphone every day. Okay. Why I play handphone, not I plays handphone?
Because I is because subject I use not use s.
Okay. Okay, I think that's enough for the material. Now we will learn about simple present tense today. Okay, he, she, it using verb s plus es. So I, you, they, we without s. Okay, I think